What's going on YouTube? Fraser here again. Just want to jump on here and share something today, right? I had a really cool experience in the gym today and just wanted to share it with you because I know this is going to really help a lot of people if they take on board what I'm saying. And this is not really my information, you know, I like to study successful people when it comes to health and fitness and business and all that, as you probably know if you see my channel. But just wondering what that noise is. Don't know if you can hear it, but there's a big cruise ship about to sail off and it's playing its little theme tune. But what I was saying was when it comes to looking at what other people that have got what you want, that have achieved things that you want to achieve, and you adapt their mentality, it's only a matter of time if you do what they do and you think how they think that you will also get there as well. Okay, so today in the gym, I'm walking into the gym. I haven't been a longer run in a couple of weeks. It's been super productive. I don't like ever saying busy, so it's been a crazy couple of weeks. So I haven't been at the gym as much as I want, or out running, and the weather's not been great, so I'm making all these excuses, right? And today I'm walking into the gym and I'm like, right, I'll go a 10-kilometer run, and it's been a couple of weeks since I've done one. Bear in mind that the longest that I've ever ran is like 13 kilometers before, and that was like a couple of years back. And I thought over the next 8 weeks I wanted to build up and do a half marathon. And today, walking into the gym, I'm thinking, right, I'll bang out a 10k. Let's just get 10k in the bag, Fraser. Let's just get 10k. And then as I'm walking into the gym, my mind's like, oh man, this is going to be hard. I can't be bothered. So I caught myself, because all day we're talking to ourselves. Most people are just not aware of it. But you are in communication with yourself more than you speak to anybody else. The conversations that you have with you, these are the ones that really matter. And I caught myself, I caught that little voice inside that was just the weaker version of me, and I was like, what? You know what? See, for that comment, see, for that weakness, we're going to do 15k, I'm going to do a PB, I'm going to go run further than I've ever ran, right? And then my mind's like, oh shit. So as I'm on a treadmill, right, start running, get to 6, 7, 8 kilometers, and I'm closing in at 10. I'm thinking, do you know what? As I get to about 10, I'm thinking, I feel quite good actually. And I was sharing with my wife earlier, I was like, if you ever, just use this as an example, set out to do a 5-kilometer run, and that's the target, you're going a 5 kilometer, it's much harder than if you're doing a 15-kilometer run. Now that first 5k, you bang it out in no time because you're focused on where you're like further ahead. And that's the same with a lot of things. So most people, you definitely want to take care of the next step in front of you, of course, but have a long-term vision of where you're going, and these things will fall into place anyway. So anyway, I'm running on the treadmill, and the reason I'm sharing all of this is to say, as I get to about 10k, I'm thinking, you know what? I'm basically halfway to a half marathon. Why don't I just go for it? And my mind's obviously trying to talk me out of it. But, I ended up doing it, right? And I'd done 21.5 kilometers, which is like a half marathon. So I'd never done it before in my life. And as I'm running, I'm laughing to myself because I'm like, before I came into the gym, like 2 hours ago when I was in my home, my mind is telling me, it's going to be tough doing less than half. And I remember watching a David Goggins video, and he was talking about when you think you are done mentally, like when you think you've gave it everything you've got, he's like, you're only about 40% done. And I realized, if you can psych your mind out, our bodies are absolutely incredible. They are insane. These machines that we have, they're just an instrument of the mind. So if you can control your mind, if you can catch those little negative thoughts, those little thoughts that are just on their low frequency, and you say, you know what, that's not me. That's not me. Do you know, last night when you set that intention to get up early, to go to the gym, to read that book, or to reach out to that person, or do whatever it is, that's the higher version of you. And then in the morning, when you snooze the alarm, when you don't get out of bed when you said you're gonna, when you eat the junk food when you weren't supposed to, or any number of things, that's the lower version of you that's winning. Now, I'm just going to be straight up. I am going to get a pizza tonight, right? Because I burnt about 1,600 calories on that treadmill today. My legs are cooked, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get a pizza. But if I just got a pizza and I didn't go to the gym, I'd feel like shit. But I'm going to eat this pizza guilt-free because I've earned it. So I just wanted to come on here to share that with, you know, not just motivational here, right? But actually it's very true. If you can take your mind somewhere, if you can actually see yourself from that higher version of yourself, your body will just follow. Your body will follow. But you see, most people, they're too sensitive, meaning they go off of, you know, just what they can see. They go off of what they can see and they live like an animalistic state, and they don't realize that we are absolutely exceptional, you know, human beings. These bodies that we have are incredible. They can recover, rejuvenate, right? Imagine you get a cut on your finger or whatever. It just heals. You don't even think about it. It just heals. Explain it. But you can have that ability to push yourself past these mental limits, past these mental boundaries that you've probably put yourself in this mental prison, right? There is no mental prison. There is no box. The only thing that's holding you back is how you think. How you think. How you think about yourself. How do you view yourself? I'm looking around in the gym as I'm running. I'm thinking, I've been on this treadmill and that person's came and that person's went. And another person's came, another person's went. I'm looking about me and everybody that came and went, and I'm still on that treadmill. I'm looking at myself thinking, Fraser, you're an absolute savage. And I'm looking about thinking, I know these other people know I'm a savage. And you know what? They might not even be thinking about me whatsoever. Probably not. But in my mind, that's how I'm looking at myself. And the outer world will look at you how you look at you. Your outer world is going to respond to you how you respond to you. How you look at you, it's everything. Your self-image is a mirror. It's reflected back to you on a day-to-day basis. So I just want to share that. Remember, when you feel like you're at your capacity, you're at your limits, you're only about 40% done. Not just in health and fitness and everything. When you feel like you've capped out, there's so much more. Remove the lids, remove those mental limitations you've put on yourself, and just go for it. Know what you want. The reason that you've been able to think about it is proof that it can be done. You wouldn't have got the thought, this is what I want, if it was not possible for you. So just remember that. Hopefully you take on board what I'm saying. I'm not saying go out and run a half marathon tomorrow, but guess what? If you did decide to, I guarantee you could. I didn't think I could do it today, I'll be honest, but I did it. So when you just make that decision, anything's possible. So love you all. I'll see you on the next one. Let's go.